Mitesh sir, are you there on the line?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm absolutely fine. How are you?
I'm good too. Everybody is waiting for you to start the session, and please give us some valuable insights about this IELTS writing task 2. Now, I give you the access, and everything about the workshop would be done by you. Now, we are presenting the host, Mitesh sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, good morning, everyone. Once again. Hello, good morning. Am I audible to everyone? Okay, I need to have some kind of feedback from you. Just please confirm if I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay, fine. So once again, good morning, and I would like to convey many thanks to Pinky ma'am as well. She gave a very nice introduction about me to you all. So hopefully this session is going to be fantastic to you and is going to be very helpful to you. So from the conversation with her, I could find out that some of you have already registered for the test, and the test is coming up very soon. Okay, so basically those who have been preparing for the test are kind of very much aware of what is the purpose of taking the IELTS exam. So, but still, those who are still preparing for the test or those who are aspiring to appear for the test in the near future, okay, I would still like to ask them what is basically the purpose of taking this IELTS test. Can anyone respond me with their answers so that we can make this session more interactive? Uh, Anybody who wants to reply can unmute their mic and speak up. एंड हिंदी में अगर मुझे इसका ट्रांसलेट करना है तो मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहूंगा कि आईएलटीएस एग्जाम का पर्पस क्या होता है, क्यों ली जाती है ये एग्जाम? Can anybody explain me? Can anybody explain everyone in English if they can?
Yes, sir, good morning.
Good morning.
So basically, IELTS is like term is a condition like it is an international English proficiency test language, which is used to check the proficiency of our proficiency, whether we are able to have a fluent English speaker or not. So whether we can live in that particular country for we can survive or we can spoke with the different peoples over there. So basically to test our efficiency.
Yes, definitely. So basically, those two types of people, let me just elaborate on this one. Those two types of people, number one, those who are aspiring to study in an English speaking country, are either the diploma, graduation, or master's course in any of the English speaking country like Australia, UK, Canada, USA, New Zealand, etc. So as you know that those are English speaking countries. So those students who are aspiring to study at the higher level in one of these countries, then obviously they need to appear for the test to prove that they are proficient enough to appear to just take on the study over there in the universities of any of these English-speaking countries. So that's one of those kind of participants who wish to aspire to study at the higher level. And there are the second type of people who want to migrate to one of these countries, English speaking countries, for the work purpose or for permanent residency. Okay, in short, we may just put it in this way, like immigration visa. So for those people also, it is a kind of mandatory requirement to appear for the test. So obviously for these couple of reasons, generally, IELTS exam has two different modules, as you might have been knowing that. So for those participants who wish to study abroad, they have to take the academic module. And of course, those who wish to like apply for the immigration visa, work visa, or permanent residency, then they have to take the general module. Okay, so I hope up to this point everything is clear to everyone. Are you having any kind of doubt? Does anyone have any kind of doubt? Okay, that's absolutely clear to everyone. So, this is up to this point, everything is clear to you. So, it should have been clear to you as well that IELTS test has basically 4 different modules, namely listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So, as you know, as all of you should know that this is an English exam. Likewise, the other exams like PTE, TOEFL, Duolingo, these are some of the exams which checks the English proficiency level of those people who wish to migrate to any English-speaking country. So these exams are always designed or aimed at checking the proficiency level at all these 4 different skills, namely listening, reading, writing, speaking, right? So as far as this IELTS exam is concerned, this exam also has these 4 independent modules: listening, reading, writing, and speaking, out of which listening, reading, and writing, these 3 skills are assessed on one specific day, back to back, without giving any kind of break or pause. And then speaking is conducted separately. Okay, speaking is basically an oral interview which is conducted separately at a different exam center. So those who have already appeared for the test, or those who are looking forward to appear for the test, might have known this so far. Okay, and for the different exams, all these 4 modules have the different kind of tasks associated in those exams. But as far as IELTS is concerned, in this session, we majorly are going to talk about IELTS exam only. So I would just like to emphasize on one thing, that IELTS exam has 4 different independent modules. See, I would like to emphasize on this word like distinctly, that these 4 modules are kind of independent. Okay, when we talk about PT, then some of you might have known that PT exam has integrated modules. Okay, these 4 skills are same in all the exams, but there is a vast difference between keeping the skills on independent level and on integrated level. So as far as this exam is concerned, IELTS exam is concerned, we have got these 4 modules checked by the governing body IDP independently. इसका clearly मतलब यही होता है कि listening is assessed independently, and likewise writing, reading, and speaking are also completely assessed independently. And that is the reason why it is extremely important for you to maintain a minimum level of scoring in each module. So let's say, for example, in case if somebody is looking forward to migrate to Canada, then generally it is a mandatory requirement from the university as well as from the embassy of Canada for the visa purpose to score at least 6 bands in each module, no less than 6 in each module. So on an average, in case if a candidate is scoring overall 7 bands also, but unfortunately, if it falls below the level of 6 bands in any of the module, then obviously they are not so likely to get a visa for Canada. So that's how each and every module are assessed independently. Okay, I hope everything is clear to you. Okay. Yes, absolutely. So just in case if you have any kind of concern or doubt, you can type your question in the comment box. or else you can unmute your mic and you can just raise your query orally as well. Okay, so I would just like to put you on hold for a couple of minutes, but before I put you on hold, I would just like to declare that today in this session we are going to talk about a writing section. So those who are looking forward to take the test must have been aware about the writing section of IELTS. क्या आपको पता है कि राइटिंग सेक्शन में कौन से टास्क आते हैं? As far as I know, जितने भी पार्टिसिपेंट्स आज है अभी इस सेशन में, they are basically taking the academic module of the test. Okay, just correct me if I am wrong. अगर कोई जनरल मॉड्यूल दे रहा है तो मुझे बताइएगा, so that we will just understand the two different criterias of writing module for each academic module and general module. So is there anyone who is taking the general module of the test? अगर कोई टेस्ट में जनरल मॉड्यूल ले रहा है तो they can okay, they can raise their concern. श्रेयस ने अभी अभी बताया सो कमेंट करके कि जो एकेडमिक मॉड्यूल है उसके अंदर 2 टास्क आते हैं और like the other participants also might have known about this, that academic module has 2 different tasks. Okay, जो एक टास्क होता है राइटिंग सेक्शन में, that is basically an image report. You can call it an image description also. It can be also known as data interpretation. Okay, and the second task obviously is going to be essay writing. Okay, इतना brief overview देने के बाद अब इसको हम thoroughly समझेंगे और उसको analyze करेंगे. And of course in today's session we will thoroughly discuss about essay writing, क्योंकि essay writing जो है वो main concern होता है, main topic होता है, उसमें से ज़्यादा scoring निकलता है. And that is why one of the topics which is majorly more important as compared to the task 1 of writing test, essay writing, that's what we are going to discuss. Okay, so I'm just going to put you on hold for about a minute or so, and I'll be right back with you in just about 1 minute. Okay.
Okay, guys, so we'll be back in a minute. Till the time, I want to tell you that Magnus Overseas is there in the market since last 13 years. And we've been dealing with 4 countries, including Canada, US, UK, Australia, including all the visa products. And I wanted to tell you that for the very first time, we are bringing in our online batch. So from whatever corner of India you are, you can learn to crack IELTS at the comfort of your home. And if in case you want to get in touch with us for the classes further, you can definitely email us. You can get in touch on the contact details we'll share at the end of the meeting. And sir is back.
Okay, I'm right back with you. Okay, so right now I'm sharing a screen with you. Okay, आपको स्क्रीन पे एक स्लाइड दिखाई दे रहा होगा जो कि एक ब्रीफ ओवरव्यू है आईएलटीएस का जो फॉर्मेट होता है एग्जाम का फॉर्मेट, उसके बारे में है. If somebody is facing difficulty in seeing the slide, they can let me know. Can you all see the slide? Please confirm it so that we can move forward. Okay, fine. Chalo. So as you can see that this test has 4 different modules: reading, writing, listening, and of course speaking. ठीक है, तो इतना like हमने already समझ रखा है. Okay, now it is very important that you just be aware of the requirement of each and every module. Okay, so that yes, as we were talking about in task 1, we have a report. We have to write a report on the different types of images. Generally उसमें describe करना होता है, describe and explain data, describe the stages of process, describe how something that works, and describe an object or event. Okay, so that is about task 1. And as far as task 1 is concerned, it is recommended, it is strongly recommended that you should be able to finish this task in about 20 minutes or so. Okay, can anyone tell me what is the minimum number of words that you have to write in task 1?
It's 150.
Yes, it's just about
150.
Yes, very good. Okay, I'm glad to receive your response. That shows your awareness about this task. 150 words is the minimum requirement for writing task 1. Okay, so for that matter, of course, we have to divide the time accordingly for finishing this task. 150 words, and obviously it is expected that you finish this task in about 20 minutes or so, right? So that you can allocate just about 40 minutes of time in writing task 2, which is basically more important. When we talk about the band bifurcation of the two tasks, between the two tasks, the band bifurcation is 3 to 6. Okay, इसका मतलब ये है कि 3 bands are assigned for task 1 and 6 bands are assigned for task 2. तो अभी हम मेजरली टास्क 2 के बारे में ही बात करेंगे, जो कि ऐसे राइटिंग है. यहाँ पे स्क्रीन पे आप देख सकते हो कि टास्क 2 का जो डिस्क्रिप्शन है वो लिखा है. It is an essay writing in which you will be required to write an essay on a topic of a general interest. Please be aware of this fact that these are the topics of general interest. Many students have this great deal of apprehension कि ये टॉपिक जो है वो कैसा होगा, कैसा नहीं होगा, कैसा, like they are thinking more on topic oriented concern. They have more like a topic oriented concern. ठीक है, तो ये एक जनरल टॉपिक होता है. The primary intention of writing the essay is to demonstrate your ability of general English. तो उसमें ऐसा कोई नहीं है कि टॉपिक रिलेटेड आपको एक आउटस्टैंडिंग वोकैबुलरी आपको यूज करना है. Okay, in between that, I have got a question from Avnika, and for her question, I would like to reply. So, what is the highest word limit for IELTS writing task? Already we have discussed about writing task 1. The highest word limit, obviously the minimum word limit is 150 for writing task 1, and highest word limit as far as writing task 1 is 180 words. So ideally your writing task 1 should not exceed 180 words. And of course when we talk about writing task 2, okay, तो writing task 2 का जो minimum word limit है वो 250 words है. 250 words, and the maximum word limit is 300 words. You should complete this task within 40 minutes of time. Okay, और जैसे मैं आपको आगे बता रहा था कि these are the topics of general interest. So many students have quite a bit of apprehensions about thinking about the topic. लेकिन यहाँ पे आपको टॉपिक जो है वो एक दिमाग में आपको एक कॉन्सेप्ट याद रखना चाहिए कि टॉपिक्स जो है वो जनरल इंटरेस्ट के होते हैं. They are not very outstanding, such outstanding topics in which the subject knowledge is required. So please understand that. And the description of the essay is provided thoroughly. Okay, तो जो क्वेश्चन होता है उसका डिस्क्रिप्शन बहुत ही डिटेल में दिया जाता है, right? So that's why it is quite easy to understand the question, but still I would strongly recommend you to spend at least about 5 minutes of your time to understand the question properly, so that when you actually start writing, you do not deviate from the main topic. That is, this is very, very important, because sometimes the students have a lot of exam stress on their minds, and they might think that they will run out of the time, and that's the reason why they would just start immediately without even understanding the question properly. So it is extremely important that you think about the topic, you think about the question, you do your basic planning about writing the answer in just about 5 minutes at least. So for that matter, of course, you need to spend about 5 minutes of time in order to plan your answer in task 1 as well. ठीक है, जो मैं बोल रहा हूं आपको समझ में आ रहा होगा। जो टास्क 1 है, टास्क 2 है, दोनों के लिए कॉमन क्राइटेरिया मैं आपको क्लियरली बता दे रहा हूं कि इमीडिएटली आपको राइटिंग आंसर जो है वो लिखना शुरू नहीं करना चाहिए, बिकॉज विदाउट प्लानिंग, इन केस इफ यू स्टार्ट राइटिंग, देन आफ्टर राइटिंग ईच एंड एवरी सेंटेंस यू विल स्टॉप, ओके, और हमेशा एक एक सेंटेंस के बाद आप रुकोगे और उसके बाद आप लिखोगे। इन बिटवीन दैट आपका कितना टाइम वेस्ट होगा उसका कोई आपको पता नहीं चलेगा, एंड अल्टीमेटली टुवर्ड्स द एंड you will suddenly realize that you're basically running out of time even after you have started your answer almost immediately, but still you might run out of the time. On the contrary to that, in case if you begin your answer after making a proper planning for at least about 5 minutes or so, then you are likely to complete your answer well within the time limit. ओके, तो ये बात आपको क्लियरली याद रखना है in order to handle the writing task 1 and 2, both of them successfully. It is extremely important that you do the proper planning at least initially, like 5 minutes आपको proper उसका planning करना है. It is not required to write it even a single word during that 5 minutes of time. So basically, what does that include in writing task 2? ओके, यहाँ पे मैं आपको एक चीज मैं ये भी बता दूंगा आपको बीच में कि एकेडमिक मॉड्यूल और जनरल मॉड्यूल में राइटिंग टास्क का जो क्राइटेरिया है वो टास्क 1 में सिर्फ डिफर करता है. Only task 1 are different in academic module and general module. आपने academic module के बारे में तो समझ लिया है, but as far as general module is concerned, the participants who are appearing for the general module of the test, they need to write a letter of 150 words. Okay, एक ऐसा लेटर जो होता है that requires the candidate to explain a situation in relation to any specific circumstance, or maybe a complaint letter or any personal letters, formal letter or semi-formal letter. Okay, but otherwise ऐसे राइटिंग तो जनरल मॉड्यूल में भी आता है. So that means task 2 is a common writing task for both the modules. So as you can see on the screen, I have tried to show a common essay structure which you can use for writing almost all the different types of essays. Okay, but before we discuss about the common structure of the essay, I would like to ask you कि कौन से different types of essays exam में आते हैं, IELTS exam में? Okay, can anyone tell me that? What are the different types of essay you generally find in the IELTS test? You can unmute your mic and just give me the answer of this question.
Sir, basically agree, disagree, or we can agree or disagree to the statement, or write advantage or disadvantage.
Yes.
for the given statement.
Yes. All right. What else? Is there anyone else who
Basically
would
to write
like to? हाँ, yes, बोलिए.
the opinion.
Okay.
Discuss both the side and give your opinion.
Exactly.
Advantage, disadvantage, the positive and negative, problem and solution.
Yes, exactly. Yes, that's very good. That almost covers all the different types of essays that we generally come across in the IELTS test. Okay, तो अब इसमें मैं आपको ये चीज बताना चाहूंगा कि when we talk about the main essay type, that is agree and disagree type of essay, okay, तो majorly ये question आने का जो possibility है वो ज्यादा रहता है. Okay, according to my own research, there is generally 40% of possibility, excuse me, about 30 to 40% of possibility of having this kind of question type in essay writing, agree and disagree. और इसीलिए like I'm just about to start discussing about this type of essay types, agree and disagree. तो उसी का फॉर्मेट आप देख सकते हो स्लाइड पे. ऐसे का जो स्ट्रक्चर होता है बेसिकली it involves introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2 and conclusion. Okay, ये एक बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर है जिसको अगर आप एक्सपैंड करके अगर समझना चाहते हो तो हियर इज द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड फॉर यू के एग्री डिसएग्री का क्वेश्चन जो होता है, ठीक है, तो आपको ऐसे किस तरह से लिखना चाहिए. ओके, एज एंड व्हेन इट इज रिक्वायर्ड, जैसे भी मैं आपको स्लाइड शेयर कर रहा हूँ, चेंज कर रहा हूँ, तो आप उसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकते हो सो दैट यू कैन प्रॉपरली अंडरस्टैंड हाउ टू राइट द एसे, especially in terms of its format. ठीक है, so generally agree disagree का जो question type होता है, okay, उसमें शुरुआत हम introduction से करते हैं. Okay, is that clear to you? And introduction stands for a small paragraph. It should not be a very long paragraph, right? You can see this slide of writing the essay structure. And I just need to put you on hold for just about 1 minute or so, and I'll be right back in about a minute or so. Okay, just hold on for a minute. Yes, I'm right back with you. Okay, so let us discuss about the format of this essay. And before we go ahead with the format, I would just like to tell you that in most of the essay types, it is required from the participants to convey their opinion. Is that clear to you? It is important for everyone to know that generally the essay writing demands from the participant to convey their opinion. Okay, and it is not necessary to give a specific opinion. आप अपना जो कोई भी ओपिनियन है वो दे सकते हो. कभी ऐसा नहीं होता है कि ये ओपिनियन देना चाहिए और वो ओपिनियन नहीं देना चाहिए. ओके, एक जनरल कॉन्सेप्ट पे मैं बात कर रहा हूं आपके साथ, और अभी फिलहाल मैं हिंदी में बोल रहा हूं, जस्ट इन ऑर्डर टू एंश्योर द इजी अंडरस्टैंडिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू के जो ओपिनियन है, ठीक है, अगर आपको ये लगता है कि इस ओपिनियन के रिलेटेड मेरे पास लिखने के लिए ज्यादा पॉइंट्स हैं, ओके, तो आप सपोज एग्री वाले ओपिनियन में आपके पास लिखने के लिए ज्यादा पॉइंट्स है, तो ऑब्वियसली यू शुड गो अहेड एंड राइट द एग्री काइंड ऑफ ओपिनियन। एंड लाइकवाइज अगर आपको डिसएग्रीमेंट के लिए ज्यादा आपको पॉइंट्स मिल रहे हैं तो आप डिसएग्रीमेंट के लिए लिख सकते हो। ओके, तो चाहे आपका कोई भी ओपिनियन हो, इट इज एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट that you have some supportive logical argument in order to justify your opinion. Yes, so वो जो ओपिनियन जस्टिफाई करने की बात है वो ऑब्वियसली दो बॉडी पैराग्राफ 1 और बॉडी पैराग्राफ 2 में आएगी, बट बिफोर दैट we'll discuss about the introduction part. When we write the introduction about any essay, then it is important to know that we need to write only a limited number of sentences in order to make sure that we introduce the topic properly. Okay, so चाहे कोई भी क्वेश्चन आ जाए, आपको क्वेश्चन के अंदर जो मेन स्टेटमेंट लिखा हुआ होता है उसी को पैराफ्रेज करना होता है। When you begin to write the essay, it is important that you paraphrase the statement that is given in the essay. Okay, so here I would like to ask a question to you कि ये paraphrase या paraphrasing का मतलब क्या होता है? Who can tell me that?
So basically, whatever is the main question, just we have to change the sentence formation of that, the word formation. We should change.
Okay, fine. All right, so one of the participants is saying that we need to change the formation of the sentence. Is there any other opinion regarding this question from anyone? कि paraphrasing का मतलब क्या होता है? Shweta, would you like to say anything about this? कि paraphrasing का मतलब क्या होता है? It is very important that you understand, you know this paraphrasing. Any other participant? श्रेयस ने बताया कि लाइक सेंटेंस का इसमें फॉर्मेट चेंज करना होता है पैराफ्रेज करने के लिए, तो क्या ये बात सही है? You should not feel hesitated. Yes, yes.
Also, we have to write the we have to write the similar words, synonyms. We have to write.
All right.
Synonyms.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is a new concept coming up in this reply, synonyms, which is very crucial aspect of writing the paraphrasing the sentence, I mean. Okay, so that's a good answer. He's basically very much on the spot, like spot on in terms of giving the answer. कि paraphrasing का मतलब क्या होता है कि writing the synonyms. Okay, लेकिन okay, it is very important for you to understand that paraphrasing does not just mean to write a few synonyms of a few words from the sentence and try to change the sentence in that way. इसका मतलब वो नहीं होता है, unfortunately. Let me explain you in a proper way. Synonyms हमें लिखना है, वो बात सही है, but then we need to target to write the synonyms of the keywords of the sentence, and only then after we can ensure the effective paraphrasing of any sentence. ओके, मैं आपको इसके लिए बहुत ही सिंपल एग्जांपल देना चाहूंगा कि पैराफ्रेजिंग कुछ किस तरह से होता है। लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल, हमारा नॉर्मल कम्युनिकेशन जो होता है उसमें कई लोग को इस तरह से बोलने की आदत होती है कि आई एम फीलिंग टायर्ड, इस तरह से। ओके, बट सम अदर पर्सन माइट आल्सो से दैट आई एम एग्जॉस्टेड, तो यहाँ पे जो कीवर्ड था हमारा वो टायर्ड था, तो उसको हमने चेंज किया, जिसका मीनिंग वही होता है, सेम मीनिंग होता है। वी आर नॉट बेसिकली चेंजिंग द मीनिंग ऑफ द सेंटेंस, दोनों सेंटेंस का मतलब एक ही होता है। अब जब हम इनिशियली स्टार्ट करते हैं सेंटेंस का, I am तो वो तो दोनों चीजें कॉमन है. Certain things cannot be paraphrased. I को या am को हम लोग paraphrase नहीं कर सकते. That's we need to understand. But yes, the keyword that was used in the sentence, like tired, okay, that can definitely be a paraphrase, and that is basically the main word or the keyword of the sentence. Okay, so exhausted, obviously, that means the same thing as tired. And in this case, obviously, we wrote the different sentence. We are not even changing the format of the sentence. We are not even changing the meaning of the sentence. We are writing a different word. We are saying the same thing in a different way. And that's what basically paraphrasing stands for. तो यहाँ पर वही करना है कि जो ऐसे का जो स्टेटमेंट दिया होगा, ठीक है, उसको हमें पैराफ्रेज करना है. और लाइक कई स्टूडेंट एक एवरेज परफॉर्मेंस कुछ इस तरह से दिखता है कि कुछ एक आध दो वर्ड चेंज कर देते हैं कुछ स्टूडेंट, और जनरली वही सेंटेंस लिखते हैं जो क्वेश्चन पेपर में दिखाई दे रहा है. तो वो अनफॉर्चुनेटली इफेक्टिव पैराफ्रेज नहीं होता है. And sometimes it may also be possible that some students excessively try hard to paraphrase the statement, and by doing such an adventure वो लोग मीनिंग ही चेंज कर डालते हैं. तो वैसा भी नहीं होना चाहिए. आपके लिमिट में या तो आपके क्राइटेरिया में, आपके नॉलेज में जो टाइप की लैंग्वेज या जो लेवल का वोकैबुलरी है उसका ही आपको यूज करना चाहिए. चाहे आप सेंटेंस का पैराफ्रेजिंग करो या तो अपना कोई सेंटेंस लिखो या कोई भी सेंटेंस लिखो, ठीक है, आपको वो लैंग्वेज यूज करनी चाहिए जो आपको आती है. प्लीज डोंट ट्राई एंड डू एनी काइंड ऑफ ओवर एक्सपेरिमेंट इन द एग्जाम हॉल, अदरवाइज यू माइट फेस डेंजरस रिजल्ट्स ओवर देयर. ठीक है, तो पैराफ्रेजिंग से हमारा शुरुआत होती है, एंड देन आफ्टर immediately after that we need to declare, we need to give our opinion, agree or disagree. Whether we agree on any specific notion or we don't agree on that, we just need to declare it in the first paragraph itself. Please understand, this is going to be very very important for everyone, that हमारा जो कोई भी stand है या agree या disagreement है उसे हमें फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ में ही डिक्लेयर कर देना होता है. एंड जो थर्ड स्टेटमेंट लिखा है इंट्रोडक्शन में, आउटलाइन द व्यूज ऑन द मेन आइडियाज, का मतलब ये होता है कि वेदर वी शो द एग्रीमेंट और डिसएग्रीमेंट, we need to immediately support our opinion by writing at least one logical reason why we are showing the agreement or disagreement on any specific notion. I hope you understand that. ठीक है, कि हम एग्रीमेंट या डिसएग्रीमेंट हमारा शो करते हैं, उसके बाद इमीडिएटली हमें एटलीस्ट एक रीजन प्रोवाइड करना होता है फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ में ही, so that we absolutely are in a position to consolidate कि we have enough reasons to support our opinion, and we are definitely so firm on that. Is that clear to you all?
Yes, sir.
Definitely. Okay, so moving on. तो इस तरह से हमारा इंट्रोडक्शन होता है. मैक्सिमम we should aim at writing about 3 sentences. और अगर आप एग्री और डिसएग्रीमेंट वाले सेंटेंस के अंदर ही बिकॉज करके रीजन लिख रहे हो, तो इन दैट केस द इंट्रोडक्शन पैराग्राफ विल बी ऑफ 2 sentences only. Okay, don't ever think that it is going to be a too short paragraph. Don't worry about that. Okay, introduction paragraph जो है वो छोटा ही होता है. Okay, और बाद में जो लास्ट वाला कंक्लूजन पैराग्राफ होगा वो भी छोटा होगा. Now when we talk about body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2, दोनों का स्ट्रक्चर जो है वो सिमिलर है. Okay, let's say for example if we show the agreement on any specific notion, then we need to provide one reason in the first body paragraph and another reason in the second body paragraph. Okay, so we begin our paragraph by providing the first reason in the first body paragraph, And after writing the reason, it is extremely important that we provide the explanation why we believe that. Please understand that कि यहाँ पर reason लिखने की अगर बात आती है, it doesn't mean that we have to write several reasons to support our opinion. Okay? शायद कई स्टूडेंट के दिमाग में ऐसा डाउट होता है कि हमें जितने भी रीजंस आते हैं उतने रीजन हमें लिखना होता है ऐसे राइटिंग में. But please understand that we also have to stay within the word limits of 250 words. And also, it is very important to know about one specific concept of writing the essay, that we are not sitting to write the list of reasons. हम reasons का list लिखने के लिए नहीं बैठे हैं. We have to write an essay. So everything that you write, any reason that you write, either in the first body paragraph or the second one, it is very important that you elaborate it. It is very important that you provide the explanation why you believe that it is a logical reason for your argument. Okay, and that is the reason why provide an explanation ऐसे करके point highlight किया गया है first body paragraph में भी और second body paragraph में भी. Okay, and after you have provided the explanation, you can substantiate or you can prove that you have provided with the logical reason. You can obviously write an evidence or an example. Okay, आप उससे related example लिख सकते हो. In fact, आपको लिखना ही चाहिए example. Okay, any essay will look good. Any essay will look very impressive in case it is equipped with the suitable example, because that will immensely help you that you have a justifiable argument put forward, और आप अपना जो ओपिनियन दे रहे हो या अपना रीजन जो प्रोवाइड कर रहे हो उसके बारे में यू आर एब्सोल्युटली सीरियस, एंड एग्जाम्पल ऑटोमेटिकली प्रूव्स इट राइट. ओके, सो इतना डिस्कशन करने के बाद यहाँ पे मैं आपको वापस एक और क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहूंगा. When it comes down to writing an example in an essay, do you know what is the best way to write an example? Can anyone tell me that? शायद किसी स्टूडेंट को ऐसा होता होगा कि एग्जाम्पल अगर लिखना है, सपोज हमें वो एग्जाम्पल याद नहीं आया उस वक्त, तो क्या कर सकते हैं? So obviously for writing example for all the topics some level of knowledge is required. ऐसा काफी स्टूडेंट्स को होता होगा, लेकिन ऐसा कोई जरूरी नहीं है. So just try and give me an answer. क्या कोई बता सकता है कि एग्जाम्पल बेसिकली किस तरह से लिखा जाता है? और जस्ट गिव योर ओपिनियन एनीवेज. शायद इसके बारे में आपने पहले नहीं सोचा होगा, तो भी कोई बात नहीं है. जस्ट ट्राई एंड गिव योर ओपिनियन कि सपोज अगर आपको ऐसे राइटिंग के दौरान आपको एग्जाम्पल लिखना है तो आप कैसे लिखोगे? मान लो कि आपको एग्जाम्पल ही नहीं याद आ रहा है बट फिर भी आपको लिखना है. सो व्हाट विल बी द वे टू राइट एन एग्जाम्पल इन दैट केस? Yes, I'm getting some responses from Avnika. She's writing that topic related fact or general truth can work an example. Okay. And I'm getting a good compliments from the other participants also. Thank you very much for all the participants for appreciating my efforts. Okay, लेकिन yes, हम जो हमारा जो main point है उसके discussion पे वापस आते हैं. And she has given a very good response. Topic related fact or general truth can work as an example. That's absolutely true. लेकिन मेरा question फिर भी वही है कि टॉपिक रिलेटेड जनरल ट्रूथ या ऐसा कुछ अगर आपको उस वक्त याद नहीं आया तो आप क्या करोगे? यू विल स्टिल थिंक अबाउट राइटिंग एन एग्जाम्पल. तो आपको फिर भी लिखना ही है एग्जाम्पल कैसे भी करके. हाउ विल यू फॉर्म द एग्जाम्पल? How will you find an example? All right. Elaborate on the topic. That also is one of the best ways to just tackle the situation. Just in case, बहुत ही अच्छा point है ये. Okay. कि अगर आपको just in case example याद नहीं आ रहा है, तो elaborate करिए टॉपिक को. elaborate किस तरह से करना है? Show the effect. Show the effect. ओके, लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल मैं यहाँ पे एक ट्राई करता हूँ आपको एक एग्जांपल देने का. एग्जांपल यानी कि ऐसा नहीं कि सपोज मान लेते कि मुझे एग्जांपल याद नहीं आ रहा है, मेरा जो मैं स्पेसिफिक मेरा नोशन जो बता रहा हूँ उसके रिलेटेड मुझे एग्जांपल नहीं याद आ रहा है. सो हाउ विल आई स्टिल जस्ट इलैबोरेट द टॉपिक. मान लो कि हम ऐसा बता रहे हैं कि इट इज एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट, इट इज एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट टू एम्फेसाइज that the children and the teenagers should have should be encouraged to do more physical works or playing outdoor games as much as possible. Okay, ये हमारा ओपिनियन है. अब यहाँ पे हमें एग्जांपल याद नहीं आ रहा है, तो हम इसको किस तरह से एलैबोरेट करोगे? It is very simple. Don't worry about the example, just show its effect. Okay, by providing the opportunities for doing a lots of physical works or playing an outdoor games or doing any other outdoor activities, they will stay away from all sorts of negativities like playing video games, spending a lot of time in playing the mobile phone games, spending a lot of time in social media, and they will contribute a lot in terms of building up their own physical health. ये टाइप का कोई सेंटेंस अगर होता है तो इट इज नोन एज एन इफेक्ट, कि अगर ऐसा करेंगे तो कुछ रिजल्ट इसका इस तरह से पॉजिटिव आएगा. ओके, यस, आई एम हैविंग एन एग्जांपल, सॉरी, आई एम हैविंग अ क्वेश्चन from one of the participants. Sir, is it necessary to put example in all body paragraphs? Well, I would say yes to that, अवनिका, कि नेसेसरी तो नहीं कह सकता मैं, बट इट इज स्ट्रांगली रिकमेंडेड दैट यू पुट एन एग्जांपल टू बोथ द बॉडी पैराग्राफ्स. या तो फिर आप ऐसा कीजिए कि इन द फर्स्ट बॉडी पैराग्राफ यू राइट एन एग्जांपल एंड इन द सेकेंड बॉडी पैराग्राफ यू राइट द इफेक्ट. ओके, कि आपने जो आपका जो बिलीफ है अगर उसको इंप्लीमेंट किया जाए, अगर उसको रिकमेंड किया जाए, उसको इनिशिएट किया जाए, तो उससे क्या रिजल्ट आ सकता है. जस्ट शो द पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट. ठीक है, और अगर आपका डिसएग्रीमेंट है तो फिर शो द नेगेटिव रिजल्ट एज वेल. ठीक है, तो एटलीस्ट इन वन बॉडी पैराग्राफ ऑफ कोर्स, yes, one example is required, and if you manage to write two, like second example also in the second body paragraph, that will be well and good. But if it cannot be worked out, then write at least an effect. और इसीलिए ये स्टेटमेंट लिखा है दोनों बॉडी पैराग्राफ में, substantiate with the help of an evidence or an example. ठीक है, evidence or example, they are pretty much the same thing, but you can replace the word evidence with an effect. इफेक्ट जो आप शो करते हो या तो आप लिखते हो उसके बारे में, वो बहुत ही रियलिस्टिक वे में सही होना चाहिए. लॉजिकली इट शुड साउंड ट्रू टू एनीवन. कोई भी वेग आर्गुमेंट नहीं होना चाहिए. ये चीज बहुत ही जरूरी है. ठीक है, सो like same is the structure that we follow in the second body paragraph as well. और यहाँ पे मैं आपको एक चीज और बता देता हूं कि जब हम ऐसे राइटिंग करते हैं तो when you initiate the first body paragraph, then you should just try and initiate the first body paragraph by using the linking words as to begin with. First of all, ये सारे linking phrases, linking devices, linking words है. Okay, and linking words are very much required to use in almost all the sentences from this body paragraph 1 onwards, so that you can make sure that your ideas are connected with each other. आपके आइडियाज जो है वो सही ढंग से कनेक्शन में दिखे, वो चीज इंश्योर करने के लिए लिंकिंग फ्रेजेस, लिंकिंग वर्ड्स यूज करना बहुत जरूरी है. ठीक है? Yes, Avnika is asking me the question that we need to have an example in order to make sure the further understanding. Yes, right. I'm just coming on to that only. We are soon going to have an example of one agree and disagree paragraph. Okay, लेकिन जो चीज मैं आपको अभी अभी बता रहा था उसको री-एम्फेसाइज करना चाहूंगा कि जब भी आप फर्स्ट सेंटेंस लिखते हो तो begin your sentence most likely with this phrase like first of all. Okay, it is always better to write first of all instead of firstly. जो लिंकिंग डिवाइसेस होते हैं वो अगर वर्ड की जगह पे फ्रेज हो तो वो ज्यादा अच्छा लगता है. प्लीज रिमेंबर दैट. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लुक्स बेटर देन फर्स्टली. एंड बाद में अगर आप सेकेंड सेंटेंस में अगर लिखना है तो आप सेकेंडली लिख सकते हो, क्योंकि जनरली सेकेंड ऑफ ऑल ऐसा कोई बोलता नहीं है. ठीक है? इट डज नॉट एग्जिस्ट इन द लैंग्वेज. Okay, secondly you can write or else you can use the other words like moreover. In addition to that, apart from that, ये सारे linking devices आप use कर सकते हो. Fine. And of course we are only talking about initiating the two reasons. So in the second body paragraph, okay, second body paragraph में जब आप second reason आप show करते हो तो वहां पे आप secondly आप use करके अपना second reason explain कर सकते हो, and then after provide an explanation and substantiate with the help of evidence or an example. When we talk about the conclusion part of the essay, then obviously उसमें सिर्फ एक या दो sentence होते हैं. We need to do the conclusion by just writing the brief summary of whatever we have discussed so far in the whole essay, briefly in just one or two sentences. Okay. And of course there is again a good question coming from one of the participants कि क्या हमें simple, complex या compound sentence का use करना चाहिए? Of course हमें करना चाहिए. When we talk about writing an essay, then I would strongly recommend to make use of compound sentences at least 4 to 5 times in the whole essay. ठीक है? In fact, one of the complex sentence I'm going to show right now. Okay, जैसे आपने बताया कि हम एक एग्जांपल डिस्कस करना चाहेंगे तो आप देख सकते हो आपके स्क्रीन पे एक क्वेश्चन है. Okay, so when we read this question, some people believe that unpaid community service should be a compulsory part of high school programs. For example, working for a charity, improving the neighborhood, or teaching sports to younger children. To what extent do you agree or disagree? तो ये जो लास्ट स्टेटमेंट है उससे हमें पता चलता है कि हमें इस क्वेश्चन में क्या करना है. टू व्हाट एक्सटेंट डू यू एग्री एंड और डिसएग्री. ये टू व्हाट एक्सटेंट जो लिखा है क्वेश्चन में उससे कोई कंफ्यूज होने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. Generally when the question demands to write agree or disagree, okay, make sure that you are showing the firm agreement or the firm disagreement to any specific notion. That way it would be much easier for you to write your response. Okay, तो ये बात आपको याद रखना है. In between that I'm getting some inputs from couple of participants और उनका कहना ये है कि sir, I make a lot of grammatical errors. Is there any grammar class or sessions available in Magnus? Yes, definitely at Magnus when we just do the coaching for this IELTS test or for that matter PTE के लिए भी अगर हम coaching करते हैं तो we always make sure that we teach some essential grammar. हम सीधा सिर्फ आइल्स के मॉड्यूल नहीं सिखाते हैं, सो थोड़ा बहुत ग्रामर भी डिस्कस करते हैं जो कि डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड होता है आइल्स से. एंड ओनली देन वी स्टार्ट टीचिंग द मॉड्यूल्स ऑफ द रिस्पेक्टिव टेस्ट्स. ठीक है? एंड लाइकवाइज जो कुछ भी ग्रामर आप स्कूल कॉलेज लेवल में पढ़ चुके हो एक्चुअली वही ग्रामर का हमें यूज करना होता है, बट बिकॉज इट्स बीन अ लॉन्ग टाइम सिंस यू स्टडीड द ग्रामर एट द स्कूल और कॉलेज लेवल, इसलिए यहाँ पे वो चीजें रिकॉल करना एकदम आसान नहीं होता है. दिस व्हाई इन आवर क्लास we have made a provision to teach certain topics of grammars like tenses, the use of simple, complex and compound sentences, और उसके अलावा degrees of comparison, the use of active and passive voice, okay, and the use of different parts of speech, especially the use of adverbs and adjectives, how to make use of prepositions and the conjunctions, the joining words, etc. तो ये कुछ जो है वो essential grammar होता है, उसका हम definitely discussion करते हैं. So coming back onto the main question, some people believe that unpaid community service should be a compulsory part of high school program. For example, working in a charity, improving the neighborhood, or teaching sports to younger children. To what extent do you agree or disagree? ये question है. So I hope कि question आपको समझ में आ रहा होगा, और हम obviously इस question के ऊपर हम एक stand लेंगे कि इसके अंदर agree होना है या disagree होना है. ठीक है? So I'm jumping on to the answer of this question. जैसे हमने फॉर्मेट देखा था, ठीक है, उसके मुताबिक हमने उसका इंट्रोडक्शन लिखा है. When we start reading the introduction part, and especially when we start reading the first sentence of introduction, you should realize that it is paraphrased in what way. It is often argued that voluntary services like charity, cleaning the neighborhood, teaching various skills to underprivileged for free, etc., should be made mandatory in the high school curricula. ये एक ही सेंटेंस है जो कि पैराफ्रेज किया गया. I'm just going back to the slide so that you can understand what the original statement was in the question. So have a look at the original statement yet again, and please try and make the comparison of this paraphrasing which we have put in the answer. So there is a considerable level of change in terms of using the words, and the considerable level of change in terms of expanding के voluntary services यानी क्या, जो क्वेश्चन में नहीं लिखा गया है, like charity, cleaning neighborhood, teaching various skills to the underprivileged for free, etc. आप underprivileged की जगह पे आप poor children भी लिख सकते हो, कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको वो वर्ड याद आए. ठीक है, it would definitely be better in case if you manage to use that word, लेकिन उसकी जगह पे in case if you can replace it with the kind of vocabulary which you know, then it's absolutely fine. Then obviously mandatory is used instead of compulsory or in the high school curriculum. तो ये first statement हो गया जो कि paraphrased है, right? So now when we talk about expressing our opinion, I strongly agree to this notion as it helps students becoming socially more responsible and shape their character. First of all, हमने agreement show किया है यहाँ पे. Okay, I strongly agree to this notion. So obviously we are very much firm to our notion or whatever belief that we have. और जैसे मैंने आपको आगे बताया था कि उसी के साथ एटलीस्ट एक रीजन हमें प्रोवाइड डेफिनेटली करना चाहिए, so that we can be absolutely sure, the examiner can also be absolutely sure what the candidate thinks about this specific topic. एक firm opinion बनता है इससे. I strongly agree to this notion as it helps. ये as करके हमने reason लिखा है. Instead of as, आप since लिख सकते हो, because भी लिख सकते हो. It helps students becoming socially more responsible and shape their character. ये हमने एक रीजन शो कर दिया फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ में, and this way we have concluded the first paragraph. Is that clear? और जो किसी ने जो पार्टिसिपेंट ने आगे क्वेरी किया था कि क्या हमें सिंपल कॉम्प्लेक्स कंपाउंड सेंटेंस का यूज करना चाहिए, तो इसका आंसर आपको फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ में मिल ही रहा है ऑलरेडी, कि ये जो हम जनरली ओपिनियन एक्सप्रेस करते हैं हमारा, okay, second sentence of the first paragraph, that is generally written in the complex sentence only. How do we justify that it is a complex sentence? As you can read the sentence again, तो ये जो word है joining word as, which is basically a subordinating conjunction, जो कि generally complex sentence में use होता है, ठीक है? So just revise that chapter, simple, compound and complex sentence, at your own convenience, so that you will have proper idea कि कौन-कौन से joining words हम compound sentence में use कर सकते हैं और complex sentence में हम use कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? So this is how the introduction is written. Does anyone have doubt up to this point? Yes, I'm getting the inputs from Avnika that thank you so much. I will definitely join your class. Thank you so much for showing the interest in our classes. We'll definitely be looking forward to have you in our classes. Okay, or yes, अगर आपको कोई डाउट नहीं है इसके बारे में, इंट्रोडक्शन के बारे में, then we'll immediately jump over to the body paragraph 1. So हमने एग्रीमेंट शो किया कि यस, वॉलंटरी कम्युनिटी सर्विस जो है वो कंपलसरी होना चाहिए स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, उसके ऊपर हमने एग्री किया है. सो उसको हम जस्टिफाई करेंगे बॉडी पैराग्राफ 1 में. जैसे मैंने आपको आगे बताया था, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दिस इज हाउ वी बिगिन द सेंटेंस. Instead of immediately start writing the reason, it is always better to start writing the paragraph by using the linking word first of all. Okay, that sounds great in terms of discussing the topic instead of trying to push the things forward by just providing the reasons. So reason क्या है? Community service inculcates a sense of responsibility towards the society. Okay, कि कम्युनिटी सर्विस अगर इनिशिएट किया जाए स्कूल करिकुलम में, तो उससे सेंस ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जो है स्टूडेंट्स में सोसाइटी की ओर वो बिल्डअप होता है. Inculcate stands for building up something in the mind or something like that. I'm not going through the exact dictionary meaning, लेकिन उसका कुछ इस तरह से मीनिंग होता है कि सोसाइटी की ओर उनको एक सेंस ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जो है वो बनता है. Okay, we further explain it by saying that it is something that is needed to shape up a healthy social atmosphere. Okay, यहाँ पे एक थोड़ा टाइपो एरर है. It is something that is needed actually. इस तरह से आपको रीड करना है. It is something that is needed to shape up a healthy social atmosphere. ये भी आपका बिलीफ है कि अगर एक हेल्दी सोशल एटमॉस्फेयर बिल्डअप करना है तो दिस काइंड ऑफ इनिशिएशन from this in the school curriculum is very much required to inculcate among the school children, among the school student. And then जैसे हमने आगे डिस्कशन किया था, it is very important to justify this point by showing an example. In some developed countries like USA, Japan, Australia, etc., it is compulsory for high school students to participate in social services as part of their internship. ओके, ये एग्जाम्पल है जो मैंने आपको आगे क्वेश्चन किया था कि हाउ टू राइट एन एग्जाम्पल. ओके, आपने अपना ओपिनियन दिया, मैंने भी बताया था कि इन केस इफ यू आर नॉट able to write an example, you can just elaborate it in your own way, just explain or show the result or effect in your own way. लेकिन उससे भी ज्यादा बढ़िया तरीका ये है कि you can make your own example. Okay, nobody is going to find the authenticity of whether your example is correct or it is falsely created. What is the way to create an example? जैसे कि यहाँ पे लिखा गया है, in some developed countries like USA, Japan, Australia, etc. ये एग्जाम्पल बेसिकली मैंने क्रिएट किया है. अब किसी को भी नहीं मालूम होने वाला है कि ये सही है कि गलत है. Nobody is going to bother about it. But yes, This example sounds absolutely logical and absolutely relatable to the topic. तो इससे हमारा आर्गुमेंट जो है वो एकदम जस्टिफाई हो जाता है. Up to somewhat extent it might be true. It might not be true as well. But as I mentioned to you earlier, कि कोई इसका ऑथेंटिसिटी जो है वो चेक करने वाला नहीं है, so don't worry about that. Okay? अगर एग्जाम्पल आपको क्रिएट करना है तो you can initiate the sentence in many different ways, like according to a survey. ठीक है, जैसे यहां पे लिखा है इन सम डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज लाइक यूएसए, जापान, ऑस्ट्रेलिया एटसेट्रा, उसी तरह से आप अकॉर्डिंग टू अ सर्वे. हाँ, उसके साथ आपको कोई डेजिग्नेटेड बॉडी का नाम लिखने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है कि अकॉर्डिंग टू अ सर्वे कंडक्टेड बाय बीबीसी. इट्स ओके, इट्स एब्सोल्युटली फाइन, आपको किसी का नाम लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. बट अकॉर्डिंग टू अ सर्वे, ऐसा करने के बाद अगर आप लिखते हो कि कोई एग्जाम्पल आप बना के लिखते हो, then it is fairly acceptable in this case. And as I mentioned to you earlier, nobody is going to find whether it is absolutely an authentic example or not. तो यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल इस तरह से बनाया गया है कि in some developed countries like USA, Japan, Australia, etc., it is compulsory for high school students to participate in social services as part of their internship. ओके, तो इस चीज में यानी इंटर्नशिप जो कंपलसरी बनाया गया है कुछ डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज में, उसमें क्या क्या चीजें आती है वो भी मेंशन किया गया है. दिस इंक्लूड्स मेंटेनिंग क्लेanलीनेस इन द सराउंडिंग्स एंड सर्विंग द एल्डरली मेंबर्स ऑफ द सोसाइटी. ये दोनों चीजें मेन है. हाँ, कम्युनिटी सर्विस में बहुत सारी चीजें और भी आ सकती है, बट इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी फॉर अस टू मेंशन एवरीथिंग. एक दो तीन चीजें अगर आप मेंशन कर देते हो तो इट्स क्वाइट फेयर इनफ. ठीक है, उसके बाद such an initiative has made the students, made them का मतलब होता है the students more respectful towards others and created awareness about maintaining the surroundings clean. ठीक है, इससे स्टूडेंट ज्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबल बनते हैं और सोशली ज्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबल बनते हैं. उनको ये चीजें पता चलती है कि सराउंडिंग्स को क्लीन रखना कितना जरूरी होता है. In terms of calculating the number of sentences in this specific paragraph, we know that we have hardly written about 4 to 5 sentences only. Okay, हालांकि रीजन सिर्फ एक ही है. प्लीज ऑब्जर्व द chronology of writing the body paragraph. ओके, मैं ये चीज को एम्फेसाइज कर रहा हूं कि एक बॉडी पैराग्राफ में हमें सिर्फ एक ही रीजन लिखना है, फिर इसको थोड़ा इलैबोरेट करना है, फिर एग्जाम्पल से जस्टिफाई करना है, और उसके बाद उसको ठीक से कंक्लूड करना है. ठीक है, कि इस ऐसा करने से कुछ ऐसा परिणाम आया है, एंड इट इज बेसिकली अ पॉजिटिव चेंज अमंग द स्टूडेंट्स, and that is the reason why I'm showing the agreement towards this concept that community services should be made compulsory among the students to make them more responsible. Okay, चलो यहां तक किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन है, कोई क्वेरी है बिफोर वी जंप ऑन टू द सेकेंड बॉडी पैराग्राफ? Okay, fine. All right. Thank you very much for confirming. So let's move on to the second body paragraph. Second body paragraph में भी actually हमें वही system से आगे बढ़ना है. Now it is time for us to give the second reason why we believe whatever we have mentioned earlier in the introduction paragraph. Moreover करके हमने second reason को initiate किया है. It is also true that voluntary community services contribute to the overall character development of an individual. ये हमारा सेकेंड रीजन है कि वॉलंटरी कम्युनिटी सर्विस अगर हम कंपलसरी बना देते हैं स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, तो दैट स्पेसिफिक एक्टिविटी contributes to the overall character development of an individual. इससे स्टूडेंट्स का कैरेक्टर डेवलपमेंट होता है. इसका मतलब साफ है कि सपोज ऐसा कोई एक्टिविटी अगर उनको अपनी पढ़ाई में नहीं होता है, उनके ये पढ़ाई के दौरान ये कोई वॉलंटरी सर्विस ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है, ठीक है, तो शायद कैरेक्टर डेवलपमेंट होने में दिक्कत हो सकती है. दे माइट नॉट बी सो मच सोशली रिस्पॉन्सिबल. That's why this is again a very strong reason that voluntary community services contributes to the overall character development of an individual. Why? We further explain that it brings about empathy towards everyone. It's very simple statement. Okay? Can anyone tell me what's the meaning of empathy in this case? आपको अगर एग्जैक्टली इंग्लिश में अगर इसका सिनोनिम नहीं आता, यू कैन टेल मी इन हिंदी और गुजराती ऑल्सो. Yes. Okay, to feel the kind of being sensitive towards others feelings, ये उसका कुछ ऐसा मीनिंग होता है empathy. ठीक है, so it brings about empathy towards everyone. So मीनिंग उसका क्लियर है कि जब हम कम्युनिटी सर्विस करते हैं, यानी हम यानी स्टूडेंट्स, जब स्टूडेंट्स दूसरे जो सोसाइटी मेंबर्स के कांटेक्ट में आते हैं, उनकी सेवा या सर्विस ऐसा कुछ करते हैं, तब उनको पता चलता है कि उनकी एग्जैक्ट सिचुएशन क्या है. Many of them might be vulnerable even for their basic requirements also, especially the elderly people or those people who might have been suffering from some kind of diseases or the bedridden patients. हाँ, इतना सारा कुछ लिखने का हमारे पास इतना स्कोप नहीं, अदरवाइज वर्ड्स जो है वो बढ़ जाएंगे, लेकिन थोड़ा हम इस तरह से सोच सकते हैं. That's why we have compiled that notion in just one sentence, that it brings about empathy towards everyone. And उसके बाद एक और एग्जांपल हमने क्रिएट किया है. Many high school students from some Western countries have confessed that they felt a positive change in their behavior only after they were involved in mandatory voluntary services. For your kind information, ये एग्जाम्पल भी क्रिएट किया हुआ है, ठीक है. और एग्जाम्पल अगर आप रीड करोगे आप, तो भले ही आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि एग्जाम्पल क्रिएट किया हुआ है, बट ऑन अ रियलिस्टिक वे इट माइट हैव बीन ट्रू एज वेल. कि काफी वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज में काफी स्टूडेंट्स ने ऐसा कन्फेस किया है, ओके, कि कुछ इस तरह से मैंडेटरी वॉलंटरी सर्विस में इन्वॉल्व होने के बाद उनके बिहेवियर में काफी चेंज आया है. It is very, very obvious to observe this kind of positive change among the students because they start understanding the situations, the kind of vulnerability of the other members of the society, जो शायद अगर ये एक्टिविटी उन्होंने नहीं किया होता तो उनको नहीं पता चलता. Okay, so this was the second example, and then after providing an example, we conclude the paragraph by saying that thus such activities teach us to value what we have and can definitely contribute to make a better person. ठीक है, तो जो कुछ भी हमने thoroughly discuss किया है सेकेंड बॉडी पैराग्राफ में, उसका कंक्लूजन इस तरह से किया है कि such activities can teach us to value what we have and can definitely contribute to make a better person. This is a compound sentence. ठीक है, ये कंपाउंड सेंटेंस है. ऐसा किस तरह से पता चलता है? कैन एनीवन टेल मी अगेन? थोड़ा बहुत अगर आपको सिंपल कॉम्प्लेक्स कंपाउंड का आइडिया होगा तो एक आध वर्ड ऐसा होता है जिसकी वजह से हमें पता चल जाता है कि ये कॉम्प्लेक्स है, कंपाउंड है, सिंपल सेंटेंस है या क्या है. I'm talking about the last sentence of the paragraph. Yes. Very good answer, Shweta Nayak. Thank you very much for your answer. बीच में एंड लिखा है तो obviously for that reason it becomes a compound sentence. Okay. So after finishing this body paragraph, now it is time for us to write the conclusion. So conclusion में हमें वही बात बताना है. We have to consolidate absolutely the same thing that we have discussed so far. To conclude, a compulsory voluntary community service is very useful in terms of shaping a student as a socially responsible citizen and also in their overall personality development. ठीक है, तो कंक्लूड, टू कंक्लूड उसकी जगह पे आप इन कंक्लूजन भी लिख सकते हो, आप उसकी जगह पे टू रिकैपिचुलेट भी लिख सकते हो, इन केस इफ यू कैन रिमेंबर दैट वर्ड। ठीक है, वी हैव गॉट वेरियस ऑप्शंस एज अ लिंकिंग डिवाइस टू इनिशिएट द पैराग्राफ ऑफ कंक्लूजन towards the end. So community compulsory voluntary community service is very useful in terms of shaping a student as a socially responsible citizen and also in their overall personality development. Okay, इससे दो चीजें होती है कि स्टूडेंट्स के लिए वो खास करके ऐसी वॉलंटरी कम्युनिटी सर्विस बहुत ही यूजफुल है। ओके, इन टर्म्स ऑफ शेपिंग अ स्टूडेंट एज अ सोशली रिस्पॉन्सिबल सिटीजन, क्योंकि बड़े होने के बाद वो एक रिस्पॉन्सिबल सिटीजन बनेंगे, एंड ऑल्सो इन देयर ओवरऑल पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट। ठीक है, उनका पर्सनालिटी जो है वो ये काफी इंप्रूव करेगा। एंड देयरफॉर towards the end the last sentence says, therefore the students should certainly be encouraged to involve themselves in such activities. इसलिए मेरा फर्मली ऐसा मानना है, आई स्ट्रांगली बिलीव, ऐसा करके भी आप लिख सकते हो कि स्टूडेंट्स, लेकिन ये पैसिव वॉइस का सेंटेंस है, द स्टूडेंट्स शुड सर्टेनली बी एनकरेज्ड टू इन्वॉल्व देमसेल्व्स इन सच एक्टिविटीज। तो कुछ इस तरह से हमारा टॉपिक जो है वो कंप्लीट होता है। And in case if you wish to access the entire essay, okay, the last slide shows up the whole completely written essay compiled up completely towards the end, the last slide। ठीक है, उसका स्क्रीनशॉट आप ले सकते हो, उसको जूम इन करके उसके फॉन्ट्स आप बड़े बड़े बना सकते हो। ठीक है, when you talk about the word limits for this essay is just about 250 words. Fine. So this way the essay is generally written. Okay, and when we talk about the different types of essay, मान लो कि advantage disadvantage का essay आ जाए, तो उसमें ही भी लगभग यही फॉर्मेट का हमें फॉलो करना है। Whether we write the advantages or we write the disadvantages, again we need to make sure that we are not writing the long list of advantages or the long list of disadvantages for that matter. It is important that we just write a couple of advantages and explain them, and for that matter a couple of disadvantages and elaborate them properly. ठीक है, कई स्टूडेंट ऐसा होते हैं, अगर ठीक से अगर उनका स्टडी उन्होंने नहीं किया है, तो वो ऐसा बताते हैं कि मैंने तो एग्जाम में 10 रीजन लिखे हैं, 10 एडवांटेजेस लिखे हैं, या 5-6 डिसएडवांटेजेस लिखे हैं, मैंने तो बहुत सारा लिखा है, मेरे अच्छा बैंड स्कोर आएगा। बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली फिर जब उनका रिजल्ट आता है, ठीक है, दे फील वेरी शॉक कि इतने सारे एडवांटेजेस लिखे थे तो भी मेरा क्यों इतना कम रिजल्ट आया, 5 बैंड्स क्यों आए। तो उसका रीजन यही है कि ऐसे राइटिंग डज नॉट डिमांड यू टू राइट द सेवरल पॉइंट्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ राइटिंग द एडवांटेज, डिसएडवांटेजेस, एग्रीमेंट और डिसएग्रीमेंट। ओके, आप लिमिटेड नंबर ऑफ एडवांटेजेस लिखो और डिसएडवांटेजेस लिखो, लेकिन उसको ठीक से इलैबोरेट करो। So this was the essence of today's discussion about writing task 2. Okay, now let's begin the question answer session towards the end. अगर किसी को कोई query या doubt है, they can ask me. Is there any query or any concerns that you have? Yeah, you may have. You any कोई doubt, कोई भी doubt अगर आपको है तो आप मुझे बता सकते हैं. Yeah, you can talk in English. I'm comfortable Hindi, Gujarati also. Don't worry. कोई भी डाउट है तो जरूर बताइएगा. Okay, and in the meantime I would say many thanks to all of you to attend this master class on behalf of Magnus Overseas Pvt Limited. Okay, and obviously we'll share the links to you on the WhatsApp group, through which you can definitely join us to attend the physical classes on regular basis on one of our Gandhinagar branch, or at Ahmedabad also on Science City Road, and at South BOPAL. Overall in Gandhinagar and Ahmedabad we have got 4 different locations at which We conduct the coaching for IELTS, PT, TOEFL, Duolingo, spoken English, etc. Okay, so we'll share all the details, including the addresses and the links to join our physical classes as well in our WhatsApp group. So once again, thank you very much for attending the masterclass. And now finally, in case if you haven't got any kind of concern to show or any queries, if you don't have, then I would like to sign off. And जितने भी participants ने मुझे compliments दिया है, I would again thank them very much. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. It was actually honor learning from you, and I was here on the session looking into the beautiful comments that we were receiving from the participants. I really admire the way you have conducted the session, sir.
Yes, thank you very much, ma'am. So I would like to sign off from now, and thank you very much. Have a great weekend ahead, all of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. And all the details regarding joining the classes, I would just like to add a detail. Yes, we do have sessions for grammar. We do have sessions for IELTS, and it is also available in online and offline mode. Further, I want to tell you that at the end of this masterclass, the normal fees of our classes for IELTS is 20,000 in part payments, and one spot payment is 18,000. But if you sign up before 12 today, I mean before the end of the day, the offer that we want to give you is just 15,500 rupees for IELTS, and for grammar it is 10,000 rupees. The grammar sessions that we provide is for 24 different chapters that are directly linked with the band scores for IELTS and PT. So of course, we'll share the details in the WhatsApp community that we have made. We are signing off now. We will try our best and will bring more sessions about other modules also. We are organizing sessions about IELTS, PT, TOEFL, even spoken English. So we'll be meeting you next Saturday, and the details will be shared in the group. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you so much. You have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much, Dhwani. Thank you for the compliments, guys. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye.